Hi everyone, welcome to Karen, and this is Tilley's Tuesday. Well, it's not Tuesday, might be Tuesday. It's not Tuesday today, it's Sunday. I'm all mixed up with my days. Welcome to Tilley's Beginners Tips. I'm Karen and I'm from tilleycrafts.co.uk. When I first started, I got confused with sizes and things, so I'm just bringing this short video for you, and hopefully it will make a bit of sense for you. For my card bases, I usually do them 10th fold. So you take a piece of A4 paper, card, and you cut in half and score in half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to score it first and then cut it, because then you're only doing 2 cuts. So just bear with me 1 minute. So you score it and then you cut it. You can also do it the other way around if you want it. If you want it like portrait style, these are like 10th fold styles. So that's all you do for those. And these measure, well, the A4 paper is, oh God, I'm gonna have to measure it now. It's gone out of my head. How silly am I? Is 11 3/4. That's better. It's 11 3/4 by 8 1/2. So you have, it's 4 1/4 by 5 7/8. Just better make sure that's right. Sorry, 4 1/8. It's 8 1/4 by 11 3/4. So your width of your card is 4 1/8, and then when you score it and fold it, it is 5 7/8. Just double check that. Yep, 5 7/8. So that's how you make your card bases. If you wanted it the other way around, you'd score it lengthways first and then you'd cut it. It just saves you time having to go back and score it. Now, this is out of the Whisper Light Thick, and out of the pack you would get 24 card bases. No, you get 48 card bases because they're a pack of 24. And these are 40 sheets of the normal Whisper White. It's a little bit thinner than this cardstock, but I use these for layers. Now, on my cards, I usually have a layer and then a stamping layer like that. So for these, you cut it at, and I've got a cheat card here, you cut it at 5 3/8. 5 3/8 by 3. No, 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. There's too many little 8s knocking about. Like that. Same again with this one. Put it like that. It's 2 bases. Don't get rid of this bit. And we do exactly the same. Oops, I'll move those out of the way. With this one. And pop that one back in. So out of 1 sheet of paper you get 4 layers. So that's how you get the most out of it. And you don't throw away these, because these are really handy for stamping your sentiments on. So I always keep a box with these, just these in, and they're handy to reach for. So that's your stamping layer that goes on top of your card. And then you want a layer behind it. Now you can either do this in cardstock or in DSP, in Designer Series paper. So for this one, it is 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. And that's your layer. I'm not going to cut loads up, but that would be your layer, which you can do in either any cardstock or you could do in Designer Series paper. and that's your layer. And I'm just looking at this, I don't think I've cut it right myself. See, did it on the wrong one. That's because I'm talking and chattering at the same time, but you'll forgive me. Right, so that fits better. You've got like a 1/4 of an inch down, and then you have your stamping layer. Now, this might help you because I did it on mine. Can you see on here? I've got a black dot, and this is for the card base. I've got a blue dot, and that is for the green layer I've just showed you, and the red dot for the stamping layer, and it's the same down here. So I know where to put my card when I want the layers, because that is like the basic layers that I have for a card. But I also help me, and I'll put all these measurements for you in my description. But so also to help myself, I also made a quick few little cards so I could do some alternative designs. So I've got a 3 1/4 by 3 1/2, 3 1/2 by 3 3/4, because you can see how they layer up. I mean, these are just templates, so if I ever get stuck, so I can do that, put a sentiment at the bottom. I've got another one which is a long one. So it's like 1 7/8 by 5 3/8, 2 1/8 by 5 5/8. So they'd layer up, so I could have them like that. I could have them in the middle and do something different with them. Or I could bring in another layer. So I've got 2 layers there. I could layer them up like that. It just gives you ideas, because like sometimes you get stuck as to what to do. That's a different sized one again. So you could have one up there, you could have bring in one down there. These are just the normal ones which I showed you for there. They're the same as that. But I just wanted to bring you that. I hope that's been helpful. And like I said, I will put these layers below in the description, so you can all see the sizes. But I hope that's been useful. Speak to you all again soon. Bye.